faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are mine.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is LeeKirbyDitkoComics here, and in this video I have a very special book to share with you all. Actually just got done unboxing this beauty. Without further ado, I present to you Action Comics number 7, published by DC Comics in December 1938. Now this would have actually been for sale on the newsstands around the first week of November 1938, making this comic over 80 years old. Crazy. At this point, Superman was still the only superhero around. This issue was published months before Batman, the second superhero created. Another notable timestamp for this issue, a couple weeks before this came out, the filming for a movie book adaptation was just starting. One of my personal favorites you might have heard of, Wizard of Oz. Just an awesome time. So let's dive into this monster key. This is Superman's second cover appearance ever. That's what puts this issue in the top 5 most valuable and sought after comics of all time. When compared to other top comics in the hobby, the Action 1s, Detective 27s, and others, this book ranks number 1 in rarity. You just don't see copies in any condition offered up for sale, let alone in beautiful shape. Hardly any survive. Hence why I feel so fortunate to be able to acquire this gem. As far as Superman being a smash hit coming out the same year, just 6 months prior to this one, the early Action covers, issues 2 through 6, which had Superman stories inside, had adventure themed covers that didn't tie into any interior feature. DC's management must have been puzzled at the unexpected strong sales of Action Comics, which was originally an anthology series with many different characters sharing its 64 pages. Actually surveying news dealers only to find out that kids were not asking for Action Comics but simply requesting the comic with Superman. While it's not clear whether DC discovered this before or after Action 7 came out, the striking cover image leaves little doubt that this one sold out faster than a speeding bullet. A theory I've actually kicked around as far as the initial timeline for this cover being originally intended for Action Comics number 2. Seeing that one of the last panels from the first story in Action 1 leaves off on a cliffhanger that clearly resembles the image used for Superman's second cover. Possibly, Joe Shuster thought Superman was a shoo-in to be granted consecutive cover appearances, only to realize Action Comics was more than just Superman at the time. The cover art is by the character's co-creator, Joe Shuster, and is worth noting that the Superman S symbol on his chest is closer to the final look he would later keep. Supes is also wearing his familiar boots here, not the ankle-high shoes he sported on Action 1. Also, one of my favorite facts on this iconic issue is this is the first comic book cover ever to show the word Superman. Just think of all the kids leading up to this issue telling their friends these stories about this strong man from another planet wearing a cape. Just having to wait 6 long months to almost have validation that this superhero was here to stay and now will be proudly named on the front cover for everyone to see. This cover also shows for the first time Superman as we know him today, airborne. Would say flying, but in these early stories his power was simply to take gigantic leaps, or better put, leap over tall buildings in a single bound. Such an influential scene. Think how many times the image of a superhero soaring across a cityscape with a helpless crook was used when publishers need a high impact scene. Look no further than the other top 2 superheroes, Batman and Spider-Man's first appearances, Detective Comics 27 and Amazing Fantasy 15. Simply incredible. no doubt the influence Superman continues to have in the hobby. So, just thrilled to add this unbelievably scarce comic to the collection. And that is going to wrap up this video, guys. Make sure to smash that like button down below if you love comics. Make sure to comment your favorite memory about Superman down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more comic book videos. I'm LeeKirbyDitkoComics. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Batman, how did you get here?
Never mind that. Let's get to that cabin.